Hey guys, welcome back to the garage. Made some more progress on the Yarborough number 27 Valvoline Buick. Had a chance to really dig in and get some work done. I'll just pull the car up. I'm going to move this out to the side a minute. It's just mocked up. I don't have the wheels all set in place permanent like, but got the engine is pretty much done. Just got to put the breathers on it yet here. I got the wiring all done. The alternator all on the front fan, belts and all. And so it's coming along. It's coming along well. I got most of the chassis done. And I've already got my tires weathered up, but I am going to do a video on how I weather these up. Like I said, not a whole lot different than probably what a lot of guys use. The only thing is I don't use a Dremel on mine. I just kind of do it all by hand. I just like doing the hand work like that. And I say it may take just a little bit longer, but to me it's a relaxing process. And but I will get into that in another video, show you how I weather up all my tires. And I do still have to put the decals on these tires. So I'll just include that in when I do that. And I'm going to use another tire to weather up, and then I'll just actually do the decals on these, and we'll try to get that on camera too. So, but still got some door lines to work out here, but it is coming along. I'm pleased with the progress so far. But this video, we're gonna leave the car set back here. This video is about gauges. We're going to go ahead and put some of these dash gauges instruments on the dash, which is right here. So I've got my aluminum panel on here already. I've got my my switch box all painted black, and so it's pretty much ready to go for the gauges. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to apply these decals, but I got to alter them just a little bit. And I did that Bobby Allison Buick here last year and did the same thing, and I really like the way it turned out. So what we got to do on this, and I'm going to go, now I've seen several different pictures. I did a lot of research on these, and sometimes you'll see them in different configurations. Like down here, okay, we got 60s and 70s. And I think these are for big scale, like 16th scale right here. But these here, it says for the 80s, which this is 81, 82, 83, Regal, 84 up and through that era right there. And then this is the 90s. And it's got a gauge over here to the side plus 4 gauges to the right. But if you look at this kit, this is from another kit. If you look at what they give you in the kit, it's got the gauge to the left, then the tack, and then just 3 gauges to the side. So I'm going to use the 80s decals, but I'm just going to alter. We're going to take the 1 gauge off of the end, off of here, and we're just going to move it over to this side. Doesn't really matter. You could probably zoom in and see what those are, but you're not going to be able to tell, so it doesn't really matter which goes where. So we're going to move this gauge down to the end right here. So that's the purpose of this video. We're just going to throw these decals on, and I think you'll really like the way it turns out. If you've not used these, now these are from Mike's. Got these from Mike's Decals. I love their products. Powerslide. They make the Powerslide decals, and it's got here too. It's got little, just like little notes on here, and then here's the Racer's Prayer actually. And I used that on the Bobby Allison car too. Don't know if I use it on this one. I might try to find a Valvoline decal and put over here on this black somewhere. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to decal this thing up. Shouldn't take too long. And we'll have us a dash, and those gauges really make that pop. Now, I could probably, and I didn't try it, mainly because I don't want to waste a decal if it didn't work. I didn't try laying them over this, but I figure with as deep as that's recessed, on that Allison car, I just took them off of there and seen what it would look like, and I really like the way it looks. Now, they'll all be flush, but it still gives a really nice finish. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm going to go grab me some hot water in the bowl, And I'm going to zoom us in a little bit, and I will be right back. All right, guys, just like that, we're back. So I got my hot water. Now, normally if I was doing bigger decals like on the car, I would actually put a little bit of Dawn in there. But with these small ones, I found out you really don't need to do that on these. I'm going to use the Mark Fit decal solution. Really like this stuff. I was watching the HPI guy video at one point and seen him use this, and he really seemed to like it on there. So I thought, you know what, I'll just grab me some and try it. And I wish I'd have had this stuff a long time ago, because it really does a good job. So we're going to go ahead and take my trusty little scissors here. And I'm trying to do this. I've never done this with a camera in front of me, guys, so just bear with me here. So we'll just go ahead and cut these off the sheet here. Get them where we can work with them a little bit better. I probably shouldn't use those curved scissors. Get these here, just snip that off. All right. Now I'm not a spokesman for Mike's decals, guys, but they're great. Love them. So if you haven't ever used Mike's decals, go over there, go to their website, check them out. Got all kinds of nice, awesome decals for all these old NASCAR kits, and drag and stuff like that. I think you can maybe even get some like streetcar decals and stuff from them. Okay, so this first one, we're just gonna set it in the water here just a bit, and I'm just gonna actually, let me grab my tweezers up here. I'm just gonna hold that here for just a few seconds. We're just gonna hold that down in there a little bit. They don't need to stay in very long. And I got this water pretty hot, so pardon the focus there on the water, but okay, we got it to where it's moving. So I'm going to set that down here for now. Take some of my solution. I may not actually show me dipping those decals. I don't think that's really necessary. So get this up here where we can see them, tighten them up a little bit. So we're just going to, little solution on there. And then we'll take this guy, and then we'll just put him right down here. Get the paper off the tweezers, and then we'll just move them into place. We're going to kind of push them kind of close to that switch box, so allow room for all these other ones. Okay, so there's that. Grab me a towel here. I'm just going to dab this a little bit. And since this is a pretty flat surface, you know, I really don't think you need to put anything over the top of it. Okay, so there we got one in. I'll make sure you guys are seeing that okay. Should be fine. I got my clamp on my phone here, and it's hard to see around it. So now this next set, see, this is pretty close to being done, because now actually what I could do, I know a lot of times these gauges on these cars, they would actually canter, and I don't know if I'm going to do it on this one. I may just go ahead and just keep them all in one. But they would kind of canter those because they would have them at a certain point. Chris Economaki explained out on one of the Daytona 500 races that they would canter these in such a way that when all the gauges, the needles were pointed up, everything was right where it needed to be. So a lot of times they would do that. But I think, you know, for just sakes for looks and everything, we're just going to go ahead. Yeah, see, we got plenty of room to put those in there. But so we'll just go ahead and take this, and I'm going to round those corners off on that gauge just a little more so we don't have a sharp shadow edge there. Trim that a little bit. And like that. right there. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead. Well, I'm just going to lay these in straight. Okay, we'll just lay them right across there. And guys, it's like this process is almost done. I mean, that's just how quick, that's just how quick and easy this job is right here. The worst part is getting the gauges off and getting them filled in and getting them flat across the surface there. But you know what I found out? I've seen several NASCARs in person. And like one time I was at our local mall here back in the 80s, late 80s, and they had Darrell Waltrip's Tide car out there. And it was the show car, big fat fingers, show car, air quotes there. But those interiors and stuff that I seen, they're not perfect. So I look at it like this on these NASCAR kits. If you make just a little slight boo-boo, as long as it's not, way standing out, it may only just add realism to it for you. So, just take some liberty on it and just do it to have fun. Enjoy it. And, it's your creation. And if you enjoy it, you like it, that's the main thing. That's what we build for. Now, like I said, I am trying to take a little extra care on this one because I will be taking this to a show at the end of August, and it is August 26th, actually. And I'm going to try to have some footage of that, too, to put on the channel here. So we'll go ahead and get these. Yeah, there we go. See, we got a good slide there. Just lay them. I got a little swab here I'm going to hold that down with. Working with both hands here. There we go. Look at that. Come to life already. And then just kind of smooth her out a little bit. I'll tell you what, guys, that is pretty much done. And that's your result when it's done. So I think just a nice looking, it just makes it nice looking. It brings that dash out, and just makes it pop right out there. Now what I'll go back and do then, I'll get probably my Molotov pen. I'll just go back over these switches right here. Matter of fact, I'll be right back. Okay, this is actually not a Molotov. It's just called liquid chrome. I think my wife got ordered this off of Temu, I believe it was. But anyway, let's just go ahead. Let's just highlight these here real quick while we're at it. And then maybe we can see if I can get this here real light without. Just drag across. There we go. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Through the cap on this. And then there we go, guys. And that's pretty much it. And then I said I might just try to find. I have not dug through my box or see what else might be on the actual decal sheet for this car. But I may try to find a Valvoline. Might have like a Cale Yarborough sticker or something on, or decal for that. And we'll just see what we come up with. But guys, that's it. I got a nicely detailed dash there. And then once we get that in there, that'll really stand out. And pretty, like I said, simple process. And it's stuff we all do, but just show you how I do it, what I found out, and I really like the way they turn out. So I think that's about it. That almost seemed like too elementary and simple, but that, guys, that's all there is to it. So that's where we'll put the period on for tonight. Like I said, I'm going to come back in the future here, and I'll show you how I detail my tires up, weather them up, and then we'll be applying the decals. I may not do all 4, but we'll detail up a tire, and then we'll throw the decals on it, and then you see how those come out too. So guys, that's all I got for today. So if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, like I said, all that good stuff. And so for now, I'll say this: you guys have a great day. God bless you richly, and happy modeling.